back to the journey. Welcome back to the fourth week of Lent. When I was a kid, probably 15, I was playing basketball during the summer with the guys in the neighborhood. And as we were making our way to the park to play basketball, I had an unexpected accident on my bike. Flew off my bike, landed on the concrete. And as I landed on the concrete, I sliced my ankle open on the pedal. Eventually limped my way back home, and Mom and Dad brought me to the emergency room. And as I was in the emergency room, I remember the words of the nurse as she said the following. She said, "This first shot won't hurt. If there's a first shot, that means that there's a second shot." And that first shot hurt a lot. And as she got closer with that second shot, as the needle got closer to my ankle, I remember flinching away from the shot, away from the needle, just instinctively out of wanting to protect myself. Flinching away from God is what a lot of us experience, whether we know it or not, right? So just like our bodies can seek to protect us, sometimes in our patterns with God, we can flinch, we can push back away from God. This phenomena of us recoiling from God is what Deacon Jim Keating articulated as he's trying to help us appreciate the relationship between sin and resistance. Deacon Keating gives us wisdom as he says, "With ever more accurate darts of love, the Holy Spirit opens our consciences before God so that deeper and more effective healing can occur. At times, his coming is so pure that it causes us to have pain and recoil at the level of intimacy God wishes his Son to achieve in our being. We recoil at our own needed medicine because it will bring about a change, and sin wishes no change to occur." We recoil, right? So God, who is pure love, this Jesus that we have come to know on the journey, this Jesus who last week was lavishing mercy upon sinners, this Jesus that we are journeying with, he's a God of love. And love seeks to touch everything in our lives. Love seeks to touch our dreams and our aspirations, our hopes for life. Love also seeks to touch the places inside our heart, our past, our history, our lives that are hurting. And many of us, know it or not, we have boundaries in our heart. We have a box around our heart. And the boxes and boundaries of life are usually fueled by either control or fear. Our desire to maintain control, because perhaps at some moments in our life we were out of control, and seeking to control was a way to protect ourselves. Or fear. None of us like change, but none of us like to be changed. The unknown can be something that's paralyzing. And so our boxes and boundaries around our hearts are our attempt to protect us from the fear that lies deep within and our desire for control. And as love gets close, we often push back from God. We recoil at his level of intimacy that he wants to have with us in our hearts. Now, Jesus, as he is on this journey to Jerusalem, is going there for you and I to show us what love really looks like. Jesus is not bound by anything, and he's certainly not going to be bound by boxes or boundaries. Jesus, knowing that we are going to push back, pursues us anyway because he loves us that much. And what's happening this week, the fourth week of Lent on their journey, is people are going to be beginning to feel the tension as love comes close. We're beginning to feel the tension in the scribes and Pharisees because of the box that they have God in. And God doesn't live in a box. This Jesus who is lavishing people with mercy is healing on the Sabbath. This Jesus, he's acting outside of the box and the image that the scribes and Pharisees have of what the Messiah is going to look like. Now just imagine, what's it like to be an apostle, a follower of Jesus, who are also on this journey. You can imagine it inside the hearts of the apostles like Peter, as they're watching things unfold they themselves are also dealing with the boundaries and boxes in their lives and in their understanding of what Jesus is supposed to do. Poor Judas. Now this is unfolding the way that he thought, right? And as things are unraveling with the scribes and Pharisees, the box that Judas has Jesus in is being pierced by a God who doesn't live in boxes and who is unafraid of our boundaries. Welcome to the fourth week of Lent. As we continue the journey, Jesus is going to journey into our hearts and journey inside the boxes and boundaries of all those who are around him. Be not afraid of his love. Be not afraid of the tension that begins to build as we continue on this journey to Jerusalem. God bless you.